I've got the looks that drives the girls wild. I've got the moves that really move them. I said chill, up and down there.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to our Sports Show 2015 WWE Money in the Bank preview. The whole card is not announced yet. Obviously, the SmackDown taping is tonight. There may be a match or two announced. There's only, looks like, including the pre-show match, 6 matches announced. So 1 pre-show, 5 for the show. So they'll definitely add something. Some random shit probably. Pre-show, we have RTruth versus King Barrett. Really, how long is this King gimmick going to last? This is a rematch from the 529 SmackDown from, 2 weeks ago? Which RTruth won the dark match at the Payback pay-per-view. Obviously, you don't see much of RTruth on TV these days. Monday Night Raw, just fucking random. Him coming out, and they're like, you're not in the Money in the Bank match. Oh, I'm not? Okay, bye. It's like, that was fucking random as hell. Got another real random fucking fact here. Barrett has lost 17 of his last 20 singles matches since becoming King of the Ring. Yeah, I looked that shit up. Yeah, that's live events, shows, etc., etc. But it's like, really? You have your king just get his fucking ass handed to him? I got RTruth winning this. On the show, first match, we had the tag titles on the line. We have champion New Day versus the Primetime Players. Really? I don't like the Primetime Players. New Day has held the tag titles 49 straight days. They have won 16 straight matches as a tag team. Live events, etc., etc. Really, just the New Day gimmick's really not getting over. As the New Day's like, New Day rocks! The fans are chanting New Day sucks, which they kind of do suck just a little bit. Obviously, 2 parts that I kind of like. I like Kofi and Xavier Woods, not really a Big E fan. Don't look at the Primetime Players. I don't like Titus O'Neil and Darren Young as tag team champions. When I rank tag teams, Titus O'Neil and Darren Young are pulling up the rear on that list. Just not a big fan of them, so I got New Day retaining here. Next to the IC title line, we have champion Ryback. Oh dear God, what has happened to wrestling? Versus the Big Show. Ryback has got a pinfall victory, 7 of his last 9 matches. He's been feuding with Wyatt on live shows. Why don't we at least get that feud on a pay-per-view? Show has been getting bitched by fucking Roman Reigns on these live events. Ryback is the 75th Intercontinental Champion of all time. Big Show is a former Intercontinental Champion. I really don't give a fuck who wins this. This will be the match that hopefully BJJ is cooking some, phenomenal pork steaks or chicken or tacos or whatever BJJ decides to make, which is always phenomenal. Pro Wrestling Pulse boys enjoy that stuff every pay-per-view. So this will be the match I'll be eating during. So I don't really give a fuck who wins. Maybe Ryback will retain. Hopefully we get a Bray Wyatt coming out and attacking him and starting that feud up. At least that way Bray Wyatt's relevant. Right now Bray Wyatt's doing what? Nothing. So next we have the Money in the Bank ladder match. We have the former NXT champion Neville for his first ever Money in the Bank ladder match versus former Money in the Bank winner Dolph Ziggler, his 5th match, versus former winner Randy Orton in his 4th match, versus 6th Money in the Bank match for Kofi Kingston, 3rd Money in the Bank match for Sheamus, and 1st for Roman Reigns and Kane, former winner, and his 7th. During the Money in the Bank ladder match, 3 guys have won it in their one and only Money in the Bank match. It was Alberto Del Rio, John Cena, and Seth Rollins last year was his only ever Money in the Bank match. Edge, RVD, Mr. Kennedy, Jack Swagger, The Miz, and Dean Bryan all won it in their first. This is Roman Reigns' first and Neville's first. The longest reigning Money in the Bank case holder was the Rated R Superstar Edge, who won the first one. He held it at record 280 days. Seth Rollins, who was the last Money in the Bank champion, cashed in at WrestleMania, held it for 273 days. The only person ever to cash in when they went in the same night as the pay-per-view was Kane. Jack Swagger's held the least amount with 2 days. He won it on the pay-per-view. He cashed it in on SmackDown taping on Tuesday night. Only one person has ever won it twice, CM Punk. One person has ever cashed it in twice, which was Edge. Mr. Kennedy held the briefcase for 36 days due to injury. Lost it in a match to Edge. Edge held it 1 day and cashed it in. 2015 Money in the Bank winner. I don't really like it. I don't want it to happen, but probably looks like Roman Reigns. Where I see all this mess with the Authority and Kane and J&J and all this going, I look at a big old freaking flop. I look at eventually, not sure exactly how they'll get here, but I look at Roman Reigns winning Money in the Bank. I look at Roman Reigns joining the Authority, Seth Rollins being out of the Authority. So we'll have Seth Rollins as a face. We'll have Roman Reigns heel with the Authority. Would like to see them turn to Dean Ambrose heel, but don't see it happening. He's getting pretty over with the crowd right now, so probably Dean Ambrose face. We'll have Brock Lesnar returning as face. Obviously, the Authority suspended him. So my guess is what'll probably go down is Roman Reigns, with the help of Kane, will win the Money in the Bank tonight, or Sunday night. Seth Rollins will retain his title against Dean Ambrose. We'll get to that later. And with Seth Rollins being out of the Authority will reinstate the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar to get the title from Seth Rollins at either Battleground and or SummerSlam. I see one of two possibilities. I see a Battleground triple threat Shield members, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose. Or I see Brock Lesnar returning and doing Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins at Battleground. And then a possible cash-in by Reigns, setting up SummerSlam, Rollins, Lesnar, Reigns. So definitely Seth Rollins winning Money in the Bank, unfortunately. Rather see Neville with it, but whatever. Next, we have the WWE Divas title on the line. We have champion Nikki Bella versus Paige. Paige is a two-time Divas champion. Nikki Bella is also a two-time Divas champion. Nikki has held the title 203 days. She's held it since Survivor Series. So it would be really ironic if Nikki won here and lost it next month at Battleground. That means she'll have won it in St. Louis at Survivor Series and lose it at Battleground in St. Louis next month, and which I'll be attending along with the Pro Wrestling Pulse guys and the Pro Wrestling Pulse Peanut Gallery. So I'd rather see Paige win it here, but that's what I prefer. But I can see Nikki retaining and hopefully losing it in St. Louis next month. Next, we have rematch from the Elimination Chamber. NXT Champion Kevin Owens versus United States Champion John Cena. Kevin Owens is now 4-0 in his WWE career. During his WWE / NXT time, Kevin Owens has not been pinned as a member of the WWE NXT rosters. The match at Chamber, as we talked about on Pro Wrestling Pulse, holy crap, it was above and beyond. Even when I talked about it on here, it was above and beyond what I thought it would be. 4.5 star match. It was just unbelievable, the fact they let Owens get over on John Cena. I really like everything that Owens and Cena have been doing. The fact that Cena's been putting Kevin Owens over is just, it's great to see. It's great to see these indie guys. Obviously, if you take a look at the power rankings, WWE power rankings, I did a couple videos ago, you'll see where all these former indie guys are at the top of that, which well-deserved. John Cena's on that list, fairly high. If you've seen previous videos I've been in kind of crapped on John Cena. I love what John Cena's doing right now. I like the Open Challenge. I like the NXT Open Challenge with Kevin Owens. The match on Raw with Neville and Kevin Owens was just phenomenal too. I love everything Kevin Owens is doing right now. I look at that continuing here. I look at Kevin Owens continuing his winning streak over John Cena. Kevin Owens wins in a pretty close match to last 2 weeks ago at Chamber. I look at another 4+ star, almost 5-star match out of these two, and Kevin Owens getting the victory over John Cena for a second time. WWE World Title, ladder match, main event, champion Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. A rematch from Elimination Chamber and Hell in a Cell, both won by Seth Rollins. Obviously, we've seen everything going on last month with the match, and Ambrose getting the pin, but it being a DQ because he hit the referee, and him taking the belt, and everything that's happened on Raw for the last couple of weeks. I would love to see Gene Ambrose as WWE World Champion. I don't like what they're doing here with this. Obviously, it'll make sense down the line. Like I said, with the Money in the Bank, it would make sense if have Seth Rollins win here, setting up a triple threat for the Shield, maybe having all kinds of scenarios. You could have Ambrose win, have a Roman Reigns cash in. You could just have a straight Seth Rollins win, which kind of puts Ambrose out, but I don't know what they do to continue this. Obviously, the goal is to get to either Battleground or SummerSlam, triple threat, Lesnar, Rollins, and Reigns. Hopefully, you don't screw Ambrose in the process. But I really see Seth Rollins retaining here, and then that's how you get Brock Lesnar back. Is Seth Rollins retains, leaves the Authority. The Authority is pissed off at him. The Authority wants the title. And they reinstate Lesnar to get the title. You got Roman Reigns with the briefcase. So maybe a Battleground. Like I said earlier, you have Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. Maybe have Lesnar win and Rollins cash in on him. Or have Rollins win and then have Reigns cash in on him. Set up a triple threat at at SummerSlam. So your SummerSlam main event will probably be just like it was at Mania. Rollins, Lesnar, Reigns. So that wraps up 2015 Money in the Bank preview. Thanks for watching Robert Sports Show and have a spiffy night. Robert Sports Show, the YouTube leader in sports channels.